Pengine akili imeupa, pengine ni watu ambao wanakuwa exemption kama wasoma only kama mahali serikali tu, lakini yule mtu anasema serikali anafanya nini? Inafahamu. Unaelewa? Naongea kama hospitali kubwa, hospitali ndogo pia ni kwamba na kama watoto those particular medical procedures walikuwa wapi kwa sababu ya lakini hizo sasa zinaleta kwa development.
Sisi kama broad based queens tumejishika Nairobi kwa constituency 17 zote, na tumekubaliana ya kuwa yale mambo yote government inafanya tutazishughulikia, na mama wote ambao wako hai na wako uzima wataenda ku-apply Sha na wakuwe members wa Sha. Tuko na wale ambao ni beneficiaries. According to ile knowledge tuko nayo, Sha it is something you start from the umeingia tuko hospitali umeanza kutibiwa. Usingoje mpaka utibiwe mpaka sasa dakika mwisho unapewa discharge ndio unaongea mambo ya Sha. Na pia referrals pia ni very important. Sha it is working. Na affordable housing tunahakikisha kila mwanamke ambaye hata kama anafanya biashara ndogo kiasi gani ata apply affordable housing, na tutaongea na serikali wamama wale ambao wanauza biashara ndogo ndogo wapunguziwe nini, wapunguziwe hiyo pesa percentage ambao wanaambiwa walipe, ili mama akilipa hiyo pesa akifikisha kama ni 500,000 apewe nyumba apate kuishi kwa nyumba ambayo ina nafuu. Akiwa anaishi kwa nyumba ambayo alipi, watoto wake watasoma. Lingine ni kuwa Nairobi women wameamua kuwa chochote ambayo government inafanya wataisupport. Na pia wanashukuru government, watoto wale ambao wamejoin wanashukuru government through Raila Amolo Odinga wakiwa wameshikana na ndugu yake William Samoei Ruto. Tunawashukuru watoto ambao wamejoin shule mwezi wa 9 huu. Wazazi wameenda, wamepata school fees ya university zimefanywa nini? Zimepunguzwa. Na hata na wale ambao walikuwa na apply nini? Walikuwa na apply help wamepata. Na tukiendelea hivyo mama watapunguziwa na pressure. Lakini naye zaidi Sha itembee kwa vibanda, kwa mama mboga, mama fua. Wasingoje mama waende kwenye maofisi. Mama akiwasha wakati wake akitembea kwenye ofisi kupanga foleni kidogo itamtatiza kwa sababu anatafuta mapeni ya kulisha watoto. So kama mama hapa tumekubaliana leo, kuanzia leo sisi ni ambassadors wa Sha. Mwanamke ambaye ni rafiki yako, ukifanya udaku moja ya pili ni mambo ya nini? Ya Sha. Ukifanya udaku ya 3 ya 4 ni nini? Affordable. Ya kufanya ya 3 ya 6 ni mambo gani? Watoto wasome.
In line with the vision, the Broad-Based Queens have anchored its engagement on 4 key pillars. Number 1, Social Health Authority Sha, Affordable Housing Program, and number 3, Small and Medium Enterprise Support, Affirmative Government Fund. These transformative pillars are strategically and designed to uplift women, particularly those who are economically disadvantaged, by equipping them with opportunities, resources, and skills to enhance their livelihood.
Through the Broad-Based Queens initiative, the government reaffirms its commitments to empowering women, strengthening families, and ensuring that the majority of lives across the country are positively transformed.
We questioned why government chose to purchase a system costing 104 billion, a system with no clear state ownership, when in fact upgrading the system from what we had in NHIF would cost the taxpayers about 700 million today. The reason behind the rush is clear. Sha is not a reform. Sha is a grand calculated scam. CS for health is associated with Convergence, one of the companies in the consortium, and there is an advisor in State House who is associated with Apiero, the two companies that government has outsourced the approvals and payment of claims. The chairman of SHA has links to Ladnan Hospital, which has already received 66 million shillings under this scheme. Payments under SHA are skewed and discriminatory. Some providers are consistently paid, while others offering genuine health services have never received a cent. We had NHIF, we had 153 facilities accredited by NHIF across the northeastern region. However, with the coming in of SHA, we have close to 700 facilities that have been accredited in the past few months, and it is equally discriminatory. They have reduced the number of accredited facilities across particularly Western region, Nyanza region, so that they can increase the numbers in areas they wanted to unleash this scheme. The government has now resorted to arbitrarily reject claims, punishing facilities that raise concerns about SHA, a clear tactic of intimidation. When you are told that SHA is working, that SHA does not work. They are actually using the NHIF system and use the payment system that is outsourced to this Apiero and Convergence. When NHIF was shut down, that was sometime in October 2024, the arrears they had were totaling 32 billion. In just 10 months, SHA has already accumulated 43 billion. A baby who can hardly crawl has already accumulated 43 billion in unpaid claims. We now demand for the immediate resignation of Honorable Aden Duale, the CS for Health, the immediate resignation of the SHA chairman, who is associated with Ladnan medical facility. We also demand for the resignation of the CEO, SHA, who is facilitating this theft.
Personally, it was a privilege to oversee the early implementation of devolution when I served in the Grand Coalition government as Deputy Prime Minister and Minister for Local Government. I oversaw the development of the sessional paper on devolved government under the Constitution of Kenya 2010. Today, we all celebrate the decentralized power, fostered equitable development, and we celebrate our diversity, making devolution a cornerstone of the Constitution. Fellow Kenyans, let us cast our minds back to the harrowing days of 2007 and 2008 post-election violence. It was a stark reminder that without strong institutions, chaos reigned. In the midst of that turmoil, hope flickered through the Serena talks mediated by the late Kofi Annan, former UN Secretary General, His Excellency Benjamin Mkapa, Madam Gracia Machel, under the auspices of the panel of eminent African personalities. I was honored and privileged to be with you, Your Excellency, William Ruto, the Honorable Moses Wetangula, the Honorable Martha Karua, the Honorable James Orengo, the Honorable Professor Samson Ongeri, the Honorable Dr. Sally Kosgei, and the late Honorable Mutula Kalonzo as the negotiators in the Annan-led Serena talks, which came up with the National Accord. From those talks emerged critical reports reviewing the electoral system through the Kriegler report and the Waki reports to handle post-election violence. Your Excellency, according to the tracking of our State Department for Parliamentary Affairs, the tenacity of the 2010 Constitution to withstand pressure and not even crack at the height of intense pounding is a true reflection of the Kenyan indomitable spirit. Let me join the long list of those who have congratulated you for this very important proclamation you have made in declaring this day an annual observance to renew our nationalism and commit to the ideals that bind us as one nation. I trust it will also be a good signal to the Ministry of Education to reintroduce civics as a fundamental subject in our educational institutions. Today, Kenya joins over 60 countries globally that have designated and commemorate National Constitution Days. These include nations such as Norway, Denmark, the USA, China, and India, among others. Notably, Kenya now stands among the pioneering states in Africa to establish and observe a National Constitution Day. Your Excellency, the noble decision to designate the Katiba Day is long overdue but timely. For example, India, the world's largest democracy, adopted its constitution on November 26, 1949. But it was not until November 26, 2015, that the country officially began commemorating the Constitution Day. Similarly, it was not until 2024 that the United States of America officially established commemoration of the Constitution Day every 17th of September.